All right,
And we are live here today with the Formula Micros.
Fuck.
We are going to move you guys to race control. You should
I
do it
thought he
yourself.
said we're green, so...
You're getting kidnapped. A couple drivers here are sleep deprived, but we may not have the biggest field. We have by far the most competitive field in the Patriot Grand Prix history. If you look at the lineup, we have Shuffle, Gearum, Jack Pro PC, Blue Gen, Twin Turbo V6, Aris Netta, Shibe, all previous SLC winners, some champions, some several-time champions. This is probably the craziest field I think in SLC history, and it's all just for a little Formula Micro race. So with that being said, we are going to start our pacing period here. So we are just going to go slow. Don't go too slow, but just, you know, go at a leisurely pace is what I ask. You don't need to hold a RPM or anything. Just drive like a 50%. You're not going to want to push up the hill, as you can see here. Position doesn't matter too much. Just let Gearum be the pack lead at the start. We're going to turn these scenes up because these are the quietest cars. We are solo in our commentary, but we do have a good lineup. I don't think Shibe has gone. He's taking his sweet time, so he's finally getting back up to the group there. Make our way around through the hairpin. Alright. Whites are black. Watch your pace. And green flag's out. You guys will build up your speed as you make your way to the start-finish line. Again, to 5-minute qualifying. And a 20-lap race. I think that's roughly about right. A little bit of lag spiking, but we're going to get our shot through the hairpin. Give me a second to disconnect. I want to get the best shot I can. Actually, no. We're just going to fuck it. That should do. Our pack lead, we are going to clear out the laps. We haven't had a valid lap yet, but here we are out of the final turns. It is going to be Gearum across the line, but Aries so far takes quick time with a 47.711. That is a pretty darn good lap there by Aris Netta. Has not had any practice whatsoever. She's purple on her first sector. Almost suspiciously fast in a lot of aspects. Of course, Arisnet has won in these cars previously. And drifts around the hairpin. Seems to benefit her to some extent. Put the names back up. I can't view the names. Wait, I know why. I don't know why. Arisnet will be in that pink car, who's being closed in upon by Jack Pro PC in the line machine. The 12 machine, the black and... Oh, Aris clips the wall. Aris is not going any faster. Jack Pro PC just behind in second. We are going to rejoin, though. So, do let me a second here. Just keep this one on a roll. Big lag spike on my end. Of course, my internet's been having a bunch of issues as of this weekend. It's been a bit of a struggle. Jack Pro leaving us off. We're almost halfway done with this qualifying session. By the time we cross the line, we more than likely will be. Of course, pack lead is Gearum, and he will determine that. Blue Gen closing in on Jack Pro PC, potentially for the second place area. Up the hill through Faux Rouge to go. And again, so Shibe is in second. Twin is set of purple sector 3. Aris Netta with a purple sector 1. It's a 9-second time here. Jack Pro right on the rear wing of Giram, basically touching the diffuser. But Blue Gen also in range. Giram's going to go tight through the chicane. Jack Pro carries more speed, but Giram has a better line upon the exit. They're side by side, 4-pack lead down into the front, crossing the line. Jack Pro still at the lead. Nobody has made any significant improvements. We're only about a minute and 30 seconds left here. Shive's been closing in. And Arisnetta has had a purple sector 1, but she's made some mistakes later on in her lap. Jack Pro PC leading us off. But Blue Gen looking to make a move here. Side by side. Jack Pro's going to be a little bit later on the brakes. He goes wide. Blue Gen down the inside, but Jack Pro's going to slide around the outside for only just a moment. Blue Gen carries more speed upon the exit. So Blue Gen takes over pack lead into the exit. We are 1 minute left in this qualifying session. That's probably good enough for 2 laps here. Of course, the leader does determine when we finish, so even if you cross technically before then, there'll still be time. We'll figure this one out. Don't worry. I trust you guys to know. And so far, no major moves, although Blue Gen has taken away the second place spot from Shive. We're 35 seconds in here. Blue Sonic Gen does get away for now, but Giram with a green sector 1. Green sector 2, Giram might have something cooking up there. We got a lot of space to catch up. Now we're closing in here with 15 seconds to go. Will they make it? And I think they just about will. That leaves us with 1 more lap. So once you guys cross the line, the white flag is in the air for everyone. Blue Gen and Jack Pro now making their final time up the hill. And Jack Pro's going to go wide, clips the barrier, and there goes his efforts for pole. He had a green sector 1, looked about as best as he could, just was not in range. That leaves us with Blue Sonic Gen for any ranged attack. And he looks like he's going slowly here, allows Shive to get by. Shive is their only chance, but he clips the exit on the wall. I don't think this is going to go very well for him. Jack Pro PC will come across the line, potentially Shive with a big dive bomb. And Shive validates his laps. So as it looks, Arisnetta might be en route to go quick time. Shive pulls into the pits. A couple other people probably will follow suit. And Jack Pro crosses the line, does not improve himself. A couple drivers, quite a few pulling into the pits. If you guys can pull into the pits, please. Arisnetta is the last car out here. There's actually 2 more. One of them being Shuffle. So Aris around the final time nearly flips it, biking a little bit for a second. Crosses the line. How about Shuffle? Shuffle's looking pretty good here, but he does not improve. Alright guys, so our order, if you guys can line up at the end, is going to be Arisnetta Twin Turbo V6 in second. So we're going to line up single file. Third place is going to be Blue Sonic Gen, Shive in 4th. Jack Pro PC in 5th place, Giram in 6th, and Shuffle in 7th. Again, we are going to tweak something real quickly. I noticed there's a car. I'm not going to delete it because of what it is. We'll just leave that there. We're going to clear out the rest of the field. I believe at this point, if you've missed it out, that should be good. Arisnetta has ska playing on loop, One Step Beyond. A very famous song by Madness, which is a very well-known ska artist from the UK. Quite like their music. And we're going to clear out the cars. So the rest of the field is being deleted. That leaves us with the cars that we have left. Jack Pro's controller is actively falling apart, so he's trying to figure that one out. We are going to just get this one up on a roll. Jack Pro gets back going. So again, order is Arisnetta first place, second will be Twin Turbo V6, Blue Sonic Gen in 3rd. Shibe in 4th. Jack Pro in 5th. 6th place going to be Giram, and then Shuffle will round the back of the field in 7th. A reminder, there is no such thing as a pit stop in the series. I'm pretty sure you guys are well aware of that. But yeah, we're going to have our 20-lap race. 2 pace laps. How do I refuel? Shit, I guess your shit out of luck. Alright, everyone I think is in their car, so I'm assuming you guys are ready. Again, the cut rules are just don't be an asshole. I think that's pretty self-aware. I hope you guys would follow that. But with that being said, I think you guys are ready, so just, again, go easy, not too quick, not too slow. Go like 60%. We're going to do 2 laps here. First one's just to clear out everything. But yellow flag is out. Go in the car if he goes. When somebody freezes, you can pass them. So that being said, our field does get out onto the track. Our flagman, our wonderful flagman, that is, that's Monty right there, in charge of that. He'll be helping us in our starting procedures. We'll be starting on the final turn next lap. But let's go from the back to the front. So, being the host of RRC 2024, we got Shuffle in the GMG machine in that number 15 car. He is currently fighting for the championship here, so this is going to be a pretty big uphill race for him. Right up ahead of that is going to be Giram, who needs to switch off with Jack Pro PC, as well as Twin Turbo V6. So, Giram is going to be in 6th place. Ahead of that will be Jack Pro PC. Jack Pro PC in the 66 line machine. Ahead of that, in another DGS car, we have Shibe. Mind you, Giram was the winner of the he's the winner of the GTI race. Did a pretty good performance there, absolute domination. So he knows this track well. He might be going for another shot today, but Shibe has a pretty good history as well in SLC. We'd like to see what he could do in that 12R. Blue Sonic Gen in the 57. They have raced and won in this class a couple of times. Twin Turbo V6 also there. And this time by, we will be going green. We got Twin Turbo V6 in 2nd place in Eris. So we're going to go 60 here. We're going to go 60. Just stay behind the car ahead of you. Lights will turn yellow, but they will become green in just a short bit. Just hold your pace at 60. And don't pass until you cross the start-finish line. I think you guys are well aware of this. Yes, here we go. The green flag is out. And Jack is a little bit slow on his start, but it seems like he might be closing in on Shibe. Shuffle and Giram side by side to turn number 1, but Air is side by side with Twin Turbo V6. They make the way up the hill. That was a great start by Twin. They clear Aris Netta. And lap-wise, we are good. Aris Netta is going to potentially make a move here on Twin Turbo V6. They're side by side through the carousel. Aris is going to go for fall wide. She taps the wall. Blue Gen's going to be able to capitalize on this. Blue Gen trying to close in on Aris, but Aris going well sideways. She will get ahead. Does a whole slide job on Blue Sonic Gen through the hairpin. On a road course, mind you. Very impressive job at Aris. Aris is going to run through the sausage curbs. They are trying to gain with the can. Blue Gen runs very wide. As Calamity in the back of the field. This is almost like an IndyCar race. Blue Gen crosses the line in 3rd place. Shibe just behind. As it looks like our field is starting to figure out where they're going. But Aris Netta getting close in still by Blue Sonic Gen. The two side by side. Through the carousel. Aris Netta goes wide. Blue Gen will push through. Off that nice crossover move. Is Aris going to try to do the drift again? She goes slowly. Giram able to gain a good exit on her. Not able to really pass. Still behind. But Aris Netta is going to fall back. Especially here. She runs through the sausage curbs. Takes a bunch of time away. As Jack Pro, you can actually see right behind Giram. Almost looking to the rear diffuser. Arisneta might be closing in on Blue Sonic Gen once again through turn number 4. Jack, oh my goodness, Jack Pro goes way wide. But it actually helps him out. They're scrubbing a little bit off the wall. I got a huge lag spike, but we do manage to clear ourselves. Jack Pro trying to clear his way through. Giram gets through Eris. Now looking up to 3rd place. But Eris is going to get more speed on the exit. Shibe and Shuffle also having their own little battle in this mixture just in the background. The two of them side by side. But meanwhile, up there in front, Eris goes very wide, hits the wall. Jack Pro stays in 3rd. That leaves us with Shuffle. Meanwhile, Twin potentially getting hunted down. We'll watch that one in a second. As Shibe and Shuffle coming up the hill. Still side by side. It's got to be the greatest bit of action I think I've ever seen in SLC for a while. Alright, let's see Twin. Twin has made his way all the way in the back of the field, only about 7 seconds behind. We're already almost a quarter way through this race, 4 laps in. And it looks like a big gap has been made. Giram is going to run a little bit wide. That might help Arisneta. Jack Pro seems to tap the wall a little bit. Arisneta doing a slide jump through the hairpin. It gets a great exit on Giram. Side by side, she'll clear him. Still not sure how she manages to make her car do that. Shive's peaked a little bit ahead of Shuffle. Again, Shuffle is very sleep deprived in his own words. Jack Pro gets loose off the final turn. Giram is going to clear them. As the battle for the 3rd place spot absolutely raging on between these 3 legends. Giram has a lot of experience, not only at track alone. He's raced there last year in the Patriot Grand Prix. Didn't have many luck with the Aston Martin. He was an IMRP. Ended up winning the SNGP Oval feature with the Rots mods. He also was pretty well known around the IMRP and RTC community. Now these 3 about to go 3 wide down the hill. Jack Pro is going to get ahead. Arisneta gets ahead of Giram. Giram's going to get a slightly better exit than Arisneta, but Aris is going to carry more speed. Jack Pro so far seems to have a fairly clear 3rd place. Giram gets ahead of Aris for a second, but Aris down to the inside, but Giram carrying more speed on the exit off of turn number 1. Jack Pro PC a little bit slow on his exit of turn 1. That allows Giram to be right on the rear diffuser once again. They just cannot get away from each other. The very, very competitive race. And I guess in a way it really is a race of whoever has the highest skills. Giram looks a little bit down to the outside. Not able to make anything work. Arisneta is going to push right by like Giram standing still. Giram gets a better exit than Arisneta though. And Jack Pro still holding off the 3rd place. Now, this is a pretty typical range as far as that goes. I think Giram got a pretty bad exit off the turn number 1. Arisneta going to pass by. Shibe, also his teammate, closing in. Jack Pro's getting away with 3rd place. Now it's turned into a battle for 4th. As there's still 3 cars. Shibe is in the midst. Giram goes wide, scrubs the wall ever so slightly. Arisneta's going to make the move on Shibe. Arisneta sliding once again. It's a great looking exit for Arisneta. She will pass by Giram FX2. Arisneta to the 4th place position here. Giram gets a little bit of a flick of looseness, but he does close in on her. Shibe gets loose, does not recover as well. As Giram bikes it for just a half second. We're closing in now on the halfway point, only 2 laps away, 8 laps in. But it feels like this race has been going on for quite a while, but also not much time at all. Garam's lagging a lot, but he does come back into it, so he's good. He's not having as many issues as he has historically. Arisneta, a bad bit of bumpiness off of the exit of the carousel. Historically bumpy. Garam hits the wall on the hairpin. That's a big mistake there. That allows Shibe to slide on by into that 5th place spot. Arisneta potentially might be closing in on Jack Pro PC once again. It doesn't look like he's been really getting closer to Blue Gen. It's looked very stagnant. And all of this, Twin has been Twin with an absolute clinic here today at Track Loans. Man's unstoppable. I mean, this is probably the best field he could go up against, and he's showing what he's got. And again, just putting up an absolute clinic. Air slides again. Shy with the Ross Chastain line. Does not work very well for him. Arisneta closing down Jack Pro PC on the bottom of the hill through the chicane. Close down that gap to just about a second, maybe a second and a half at the latest. As the cross flags go out, we are halfway done with this race. Jack is going to get a hop off the curb. Air scrubs the wall. That allows Shibe to close in on both of them. The three-way battle potentially stirring up for the 3rd place spot once again. Shibe clearing Arisneta. And it looks like Jack has been running away from both of them. Aris with a big hit on the wall off the carousel. Not a good place to do that. Shibe runs the Ross chain, the Ross chain line. Yeah, we'll just say that. That was a very that was a bit of a boost actually from that. Arisneta cuts the chicane, so that's a warning not to do that. Looks like he gained a little bit out of it. You're okay. Arisneta yielded the time that she took. And Jack Pro PC getting close in by Shibe. Aris gets a good run up past the hill. Shibe side by side for the 3rd place spot. He backs out through the carousel. Jack Pro PC down the inside. Now up the outside. The crossover move. Shibe is going to look down the inside into the hairpin. Shibe running the Chastain line. Doesn't work so well this time around, but he's carrying more speed than Jack Pro PC down the hill. Less than a car length away from Jack Pro PC. And runs down side by side once again through the chicane. Shibe's going to take the inside line over Jack Pro PC, trying to just shorten the length of the course. Jack Pro carrying speed. Side by side down the front straightaway. Again, the absolutely rugged battle there for 3rd place is not without end. Jack Pro probably was pretty comfortable for a while. Maybe he might be having some controller issues. Was complaining a lot about that before the race. As Shibe's trying to make a move, a crossover once again. Side by side into the hairpin to go. Alright, I apologize for that. My internet just went out, but we're going to stay green. Unless anything has happened, like somebody getting stuck. I haven't seen that because I've not been in game. So, Monty has not been able to speak. Let me unmute you. Oh, hi. Gonna take a little bit to load here. I do apologize. But we are back in the game, and it looks like nothing much has been missed. Jack Pro was closing in on Blue Jump, but he goes wide. Shibe's going to be able to make the move past them on the final turn. They're closing in on Blue Sonic Gen, only about 2 seconds for between these two. They scrubbed the wall off of turn number 1's exit. And looks like Garam and Shuffle have just been kind of behind. Again, both of them very sleep deprived. They're just trying to stay awake at this point just to run it. Jack Pro PC looking to make a crossover move into the hairpin. Shibe's going to run wide. Jack Pro down the inside once again. And that time it works very well for Shibe. So it looks like wall riding does work here to some extent. I'm not sure how well. That's a warning for Shibe for cutting that turn. Didn't really gain a big advantage, but... Looked avoidable. We are 5 laps to go in this race, so only 5 laps left in the last quarter of it. And time-wise, we're only 30 minutes into the running, so we are also doing very good on time. I gotta commend you guys for that. That was pretty awesome. Shibe again with the Ross Chastain line. Doesn't look to work as well, but it does allow him to carry more speed on his exit. Gets a little bit away from Jack Pro, actually, by the end of the straight. Gonna cook really hard here. Too much so. Goes wide. Jack Pro PC is probably gonna close in on the final turn. Bikes it again, almost flipping it. So that's how you know that these guys are on their limits, especially up in the front. Jack Pro PC is gonna go very wide. He goes around. Goes all the way around, dancing in the grass, loses it, and gets back going through the carousel, but that's lost him his fight for the 3rd place spot. Harris Nutt has even managed to pass by. Giram now within range, although I don't know if Giram's going to be able to climb up to overtake Jack Pro. Well, that means...
Twin's just...
he's just pulling up a clinic. He's got 3 laps left. I got another lag spike. I think we might be fucked. We're good. I think a huge lag spike on my end, but I think it might be okay. We're a bit... There's a huge lag spike I had there, but we're good. Again, with 3 laps to go. Now 2 laps to go for Twin Turbo V6. There might be a battle here stirring up for the 2nd place spot. Shibe has been somewhat closing in that gap between him and Shibe. Again, those two are already 10 seconds back by the end of this race. Still, for that much time and that much difference, that's still holding up pretty good with all things to consider. Harris Nutt is struggling quite a bit. That might allow Jack Pro to climb up back for a chance in 4th. That's a warning for Shy for cutting. Do that again, you will get a 5-second time penalty. That did look actually pretty intentional. So, 1 lap to go for our leader, Twin Turbo V6. We are having a bunch of lag issues, but hopefully it's going to work out. You're like literally seeing stop motion here. Twin makes his way down the straight for the final time. Down the chicane, pushes through it as Twin Turbo V6 around the final turn. And he will win at the Patriot Grand Prix once again with the micros. Now 2nd place here. It's going to be close, but it will be Blue Sonic Gen ahead of Shibe. Shibe to 3rd place. There's Netta. We got 3 cars battling it out there for the 3rd place, or for the 4th place spot. Giram, Eris. It's a photo finish. Here we go. Eris Netta gets it just ahead of Giram. Jack Pro just short of it. And Shuffle is our last finisher. Makes his way around the chicane for the final time. Again, he's sleep deprived. Can't blame him for his current performance. He's just running this one for the points. And he will finish this off in 7th place. Your quick time today was Twin Turbo V6, by the way. And if we could get our podium up for an interview. We'll start off with Twin Turbo V6 right now, but we are going to also teleport you guys. So, Twin Turbo V6, an absolute clinic today. Pretty awesome field. I think you're probably a little concerned at the start with Eris Netta, but looks like things kind of smoothing out for you. But that is a win to take home, and another one in the Formula Micros out of the weekend. So, you're the 2-time Patriot Grand Prix Formula Micro feature winner. What do you guys say? Oh, Blue Gen's car is fucked. Twin, do you have a copy? Just we'll go without the cars. Don't worry. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm here. Just,
All right.
I'm just sweating a little bit.
Well, that's it, folks. We know he's a sweat. No, it's okay. So Twin with again a clinical victory at the Track Wounds Road Course with the Formula Micros, won both features with the Formula Micros. How do you think it's going to be later on with the Ronsmons? Is that another target you got in your head?
Roxmon's definitely be different. I definitely won't be as competitive as much as I'm gonna push that card to its limit. I honestly, it's just the field there. Okay, it sounds because it feels competitive here as well, but for some reason the Rock Smudge themselves just make the field more competitive on its own. Even though everyone here is basically the top driver in SLC, uh, especially if we had Nico here, we'd pretty much have the best drivers in the league and no one else. Um, but yeah, like, I don't really know what to think. I'm definitely aiming for a win and probably pass this lap, pretty much maximum points. I mean, I'm always aiming for that. I don't care if I'm off the pace in GT. I'm still always aiming for that stuff. But yeah, it'll be a different story during that race. But yeah, for this race, this definitely was definitely just pushing the entire time, pretty much since the start. Just got a good start on Eris, but I definitely feel like I've been getting a lot better with restarts. Or unless everyone else has just been getting worse, I don't know. But I felt like pretty much every single restart I've passed at least one person. Um, so I feel like that's honestly pretty important, especially when you're starting second. Just getting the lead right away, super important. Just getting clean air, and then just pumping the laps in like consistently, which is what I was doing. And yeah, won almost by, not really almost by 10 seconds, but won by enough to call it more than comfortable. But yeah, was definitely trying that race more than any other race this weekend. Especially as I said yesterday, this championship means more to me than every other one, even Super Indy. Even though those cars drive definitely towards my driving style, prefer this one just because there's more people here and it's more competitive of a field. So I feel like that means more to me. But yeah, it's a nice race overall. Decent battles in the back as well. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice having one of these races where you pretty much just have the top drivers in the league. It definitely gives me a challenge, and I felt like I beat that challenge today. Yeah.
So you were up to, is what I'm hearing. Good enough to know. All right. So up next in second place we have Blue Sonic Gen. Pretty up and down race, but overall finished pretty well by the end of it. Kind of was probably like climbing up an escalator, with most things to consider. So couldn't quite get to Twin, but you were still holding up very strong. And of course, a field this competitive definitely makes for something. So fun race. I'm really rusty, so I could not be consistent at all. Did have the lap time, so that's good. Yeah, that's true. You're within range. See if it says anything else. So yeah. Oh right. Let me take the screenshot too while we're here. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bujan's tweaking, Shibe is creeping. There we go. So a fun race there for Blue Sonic Gen. It's good to hear. Good to see you around. I know you do pretty good in this class. So, with that being said, thank you there, Blue Sonic Gen. We're going to talk to Shibe. As we got a Titanic sized twin. And opposite, we have twin skill. We have air skill. We also have twin skill here. Shibe finishes off in third place. Hi there, Shibe. I don't know if you want to speak or what's the plan? I have an immunity if you want to speak, but if you don't want to speak. So that was a pretty competitive race for you. Went all the way from, I think, back all the way up to third a couple times. So just got it at the end. So a lot of good action for you. And so how was that race overall? I want to thank the wall. I will say the Ross Chastain line was an interesting take. I apologize to the paint workers because they will need to redo that. You think I should add like a? You think I should add like a rubber effect? I was off pace, but still managed to gain with a sleepy arm. I want to thank you for not forgetting the baby seat. N? Wait, what is? And
as he is ranked second all time in career passing yards. But like most quarterbacks in that era, he is not seen as an elusive guy.
that's about it.
Known as a pocket passer. Unlike quarterbacks.
I'll meet you when this is done. Thank you, Monty. All right, thank you there, Blue Sonic Gen. We're gonna look through the order. I think Air's finished fourth, but I'm gonna review that really quickly just to make sure of that. I'm also going to post this up on race announcements real quickly for those that want to watch this back. And then for an absolutely stellar finish for Eris. It looked like that was a pretty wild end to the race with you and Giram and also Jack Pro in the midst. Didn't quite get to see the last lap, so what really happened there, Eris?
Honestly, I feel like beyond the last lap, I'm really just annoyed. I usually blame myself and say that I'm washing shit when I don't like perform really well. But from here onwards, I really feel like it's not my fault. Like you saw how good I was in qualifying. Like I did a stupendous time. I thought Twin wasn't even gonna be able to like go faster than it because like around halfway he still hadn't beaten it. So I was like really pumped to the race. I was kind of excited, looking forward to everything. And the moment like we get going, and that exact moment, my frames drop from 60, which is rare, to 20, and they stayed like that for the whole race. It was just so difficult trying to do anything with the game. My game was stuttering so much. It ran so poorly. Like it was running smooth 60 through the entirety of qualifying, and since I actually um accidentally left my frame rate max to 240, I was actually getting up to 70 at some points. But like the moment we start the race, I don't even remember if it was during pacing or if it was once we got the green. I think it was like a little after. My whole game just went down to 20. It was like impossible to do anything, so I was just trying to like grab onto like scraps of what I could do to get some form of a good result. And the frame rate being so low didn't exactly make it easier to like not mess up because I spun no, I didn't spin. I had a near spin around the end, which is why Jack Pro got so much gap back, because my car just suddenly snapped to the right as I got up the hill, and it made me go right into the sausages. I wasn't even like turning right at all. The car just snapped to the right, and I had to just painfully drive straight through the sausages, hitting every single one of the bumps and losing a ton of speed, just so I didn't have to just turn around and take the line, the track, or whatever. It was just like really annoying because I was really happy. I was really excited looking forward to it. I thought I was going to do good, but I ended up just disappointing myself, really. But like at the same time, I don't even know who to be mad at. I don't know if I should be mad at myself for not being good enough, or if I should be mad at my computer for like essentially betraying me, because I genuinely thought for once I was gonna have like a race where I'm not just like running the game at 2 graphics trying to grasp onto like 30 FPS to like run the game smoothly, because it was honestly seeming like that. All of qualifying was like perfectly fine. Never did I like stutter, never did I have a significant frame drop, no freezing, no nothing. But only when it came to the race my computer started acting up. And for some reason, after we were done with the race, I was going into the pit lane and then my game just froze. I parked my car and my frames went down to like 10. I lowered my graphics and the frame rate got even worse. So at this point I just don't even know what to do. Like I'm everything right now. I'm like upset, I'm disappointed, and I'm angry at myself, but like I don't even know if it's justified. I'm just like, I honestly wish that it didn't come down to my computer just pulling a fast one on me and just deciding to not run.
I know how
Because
that
I
feels.
honestly thought like I had the pace, because I set the qualifying time, and my fastest time is still the qualifying time because the board wasn't cleared. Like it was a really damn good time, and I never even got close. Like I remember I got a 47.3, but it was invalid because I cut on accident. And that was like the closest I got to the time. Like I was not able to run consistently at all. I really hope for the Rocks mods, at least it either gets better or just doesn't mislead me like that. Because if I'm gonna be running a race struggling to keep frames up, I'd rather know about it beforehand. Right now, I closed almost everything. I closed both my Chrome windows, I dropped my graphics down to 2, and my frames are just hovering over like constant 33, which should not be happening because I ran qualifying on graphics 11 and I was getting like 60 something. But now that I dropped my frames to 3, no, not I dropped my graphics to 3 and close programs, it just runs worse now. It runs better than in the race, but I'm not even driving a car now. So I'm just like confused. I'm everything right now.
Well,
Like, I
I
mean, I'm looking
Mhm,
forward to the future, and
mhm.
like, hopefully I get another win, especially in the other classes, because it seems like I only really get success in the GTs. Uh, like, I wanna get back to form, but like, honestly, if my computer just keeps doing this stuff to me, I don't even know if I'll be able to, because I could just not be washed at all, and it's just that because my computer fell to the floor twice, it just now runs so much worse.
You know, that is possible. We do recommend you probably should just restart your computer before that race. Um, could be running hot for all I know. Probably has been
Could
running
be.
for a while today, hasn't it?
I mean, it's been running for almost the whole day. It's been
Yeah,
running for
wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt.
the it's been running for 3 days because apparently I
You
turned
should
off
turn it.
I turned it off, and it apparently didn't realize that it was turned off, so the CPU just kept running for some reason.
That's wacky. Hmm.
I just hope I don't flip the car again.
Well, nobody's, fortunately, out of all the races, nobody's had any big crashes this week, and the Rots mods, since that last race, have gained about 1,000 pounds, and more horsepower. They seem a lot more stable, actually, from the last test, so I got high hopes for them.
Mm,
Wishing you the best of luck with that race. Just,
thank
Just I recommend you like restart your computer or something.
Yeah, I'll try.
Thank you there, Eris. We got a couple more people to interview. Looks like we're unable to get Garum or Shuffle. Can't blame them. Looks like they're probably calling it for the night, maybe. Not sure. Doesn't matter. It's okay. They're both tired. We got one more car to talk to, and that is the 2 times GTI champion, of course. That is Jack Pro PC. You see a couple cars out there in the go-kart track, but just prove you guys.
PC discussion, yeah. My controller literally is done.
Yeah,
PC discussion, I posted a picture.
I have seen, and I guess that's a big talking point about today, is that you've been dealing with some issues. Your controller's been having some damages, and of course, overall, I mean, it wasn't exactly an easy race on you, but it seems like despite the odds, you looked like you were about to climb back up to the top 5 at the end. Unfortunately, just a little bit slick out by the end for you.
Yeah.
But
there was not much to be done. I got cooked.
So what happened throughout the race today?
Okay, so like the
got an interesting
rubber
story,
piece on top of the joystick, it was like crumbling. I could like hold it up to a camera. I think I have it right here. Okay, here's the controller. Here's the joystick. I don't know if I'm supposed to like turn on cam, but that's like the only way I can show this. So like, I have my camera off in hardware, so it's showing that thing.
All right, I'm not going to show you, but yeah, I'll look at it. So this rubber piece is cracked and gone. Yeah.
It just came off of like that joystick right there.
Yeah.
That's all bare now.
I remember a lot of controllers I had as a kid were like that. After a while, those rubber pieces just, they fall apart like they're nothing. So, didn't probably help you very much. So what happened at the end there? Looks like you, Giram, and Eris had a pretty tight battle towards the end, but it looks like you're just, again, as I said, a little bit slick there. A little bit offline, but...
I was closing in on it, and then my finger went like all the way to the right, and then I just like slammed into the wall. I might have had Giram if that didn't happen, but I wasn't close enough to get errors.
Looked like a pretty close finish, unfortunately. Just a little bit out of it. Is there anything else you want to say? You looking up forwards to the Rotsmod race maybe later tonight? Haven't been in any of the other races this whole week.
I got the backup controller out, so this might help.
All right. We're going to let Jack Pro cook here. I believe you guys know who he's really who he really is, how he is capable of as a driver, and what he's capable of course. He will definitely, he'll be up there. He'll be really, really good. So, we'll see what he can do. I think he's one of the heavier hitters usually at track loans. So, when he gets his controller situation figured out, he's probably going to be up there in the top 3 by the end of the Rotsmod race. Alright, but look at their Jack Pro PC. Is there anyone else here to interview? What's the person with a C in their name? I can't see what their name is.
That's like the new person that joined during the game.
Okay. Alright, well that should wrap this one up. Thank you guys for competing. We still got one more show tonight. Of course, there's a lot more tomorrow. If we don't get the FOTS body situation settled, as in if we don't get our 8 FOTS bodies by, I guess, midnight tonight, probably sooner, we'll just call that one off. We're going to just try to run the Super Indy race again. I think that will, the Super Indies actually drove quite well here. They're actually really fun. They'll be at 2 p.m. potentially tomorrow. But there's one more show tonight, and that is the Rotsmods. And the Rotsmods are going to be running a 30-lap feature. They are a lot different than they ever have been. They're going to be a lot more stable than they've been here historically. Still going to be quite a bit of a challenge since they are a very heavy car. Quite a handful for that reason. But they should be a lot more stable than they, historically have been. So, it should be a good show. Of course, Rotsmod road course races always are excited to see if Giram comes back. Which, if he does, holy hell. Should be a very fun race to watch. And that's going to close out the stream here for now.